You're. This is KD the one, and this is another solo reaction. Sorry for the funny start. I was sitting here laughing because I ain't even gonna lie. This is probably the perfect video for me, for a nigga who graduated like a good 2 years ago. But let's say this, two, three. Yeah, I graduated a brick ago. Like I graduated 2023, and all I could think about is how school was a hit and a miss for me. Like every time I went to school, it was rather a smooth ass day. The best day that was like each day got better than the last one. Or it was the most boring, crummiest, slowest day. The dumbest like shit will go on. People will say the most dumbest shit. Like, bro, I hate school, bro. But me personally, I do believe in getting a higher education. It's just right now, it's not for me. It's not for me. If you're the type of person that goes back to school or do think school is the choice for you, go for it. I am not knocking anybody's idea on going to school, but for me, I just don't think I could do it.
So for those of you who don't know, it is now summertime for me. You know, I finished all my AP tests, my final exams, and it's now time for me to go on my 3-month vacation. And seeing as how I've just finished my junior year of high school and knowing that I'm going to be graduating early as a senior in the fall, I just felt the need to kind of make a video to discuss all of the things that I hate about high school or just school in general. Like, I don't know if this is just me, you guys, but something that I've been noticing about going to school is that every year school has become progressively more boring and way shorter. Because like I vividly remember all the amazing memories that I made in elementary school, but I also remember how goddamn long those years felt. And
My
now I'm
bad.
in junior year, fam.
I'm already
Like, I'm
folding.
not even joking. Junior year for me in high school literally felt like it was 3 months long. And by the like, that doesn't mean I'm lazy, but there's just like something so infuriating after coming back from a 2-week vacation and your teacher is making you do a science project with the class dumbass. Like, dude, could you stop trying to
All right. So me doing the math in my head, because I know I'm not that good at math, I'm sitting here seeing this. COVID was a big effect on my school year. The people in that school year got an automatic pass. Fucking everybody there basically. If you failed during COVID season, that means you didn't join anything. Because I was one of those people that joined in the class and did as much as I could. Let's say that. I couldn't do as much as I wanted because I'm not really tech savvy as I am now. But really when it came to it, I was trash when it came to like using iPads, all that. So I would just constantly keep asking the teacher for help, but then the teacher was getting bombarded by hundreds of other students just asking the same questions. So my high school experience through COVID was ass. So that made like what was it? Freshman year I had a full year. Sophomore year was the year that I think we skipped through COVID. We went through half of the year and then the other half we left and never came back. Then junior year, a part of it they wanted to sit here and still have that COVID separation thing. So some kids went to school since I was a kid that was ass at learning. My mom said, "Get your ass up," and took me to school. And I went. There was only like 100 kids inside the building at the time. But shit, we was still learning. I can't lie. Those were the best days because once you got to your class and chill, you got fresh lunch, you got a quiet ass lunchroom, probably just you and your friends. You could hype your friends up because they didn't want people to be online the whole time. You could hype people up and be like, go to school. Like I ain't even gonna lie. I know I'm just like yabbing on about my experience, but let's just say this is a little bit of a lore dump on y'all so y'all can understand more about how my high school experience was. Cause junior and senior year was a vibe for me. I love junior and senior year, but other than that, I can't really say the other 2 years were it.
blow up your Chromebook right now? We need to do the assignment. Like, dog, back in 5th grade,
I've been
we had
seeing
like
that shit.
show and tell and shit. Now we have run, hide, and fight. Like, what the fuck? Like, that is honestly the worst part about school now, is that, like, before I was dumb, ignorant, but blissful. Now I'm aware, informed, and paranoid. Like, that's one of the worst things that I honestly worry about a lot, even though it's like unrealistically to happen to me. But one thing that I've stressed about a lot throughout my middle school and high school years is school shootings. Like, I am deathly afraid of my school getting shot up. Like, I'm being so for real. Like, ever since like 8th grade, I've always had an escape route plan for every one of the classes that I was in. Like, I understand what some of you guys are saying, like, dude, you're paranoid, like, you're doing too much.
Nah, I ain't even gonna lie. A toxic male trait is when, if that situation happened, you want to be that person that sits there, stand up, be the hero, and beat that nigga ass. Like, that's a toxic male trait. I'ma just say that. Cause, like he said, he's definitely scared of that. Me personally, I was sitting there, I was doing the same thing, thinking that was escape routes. But then I was also thinking, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. While everybody's getting Call of Duty in the hallway, I'm finna slide, pull this nigga's pants down, hit that nigga with the Baki flick, bro. Like, that's it.
But I don't care, man. It's better to be safe than sorry. Because, like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not having Clarence shoot me, dude. Like, I don't give a shit. Run, hide, fight never made any sense to me either, man. Because, like, why is hide even an option? Like, I'm never going to play hide and seek with the school shooter, bro. Because, like, think about it. In a classroom, there are only so many hiding spots that you can for real hide in. Like, I'm not about to hide under a desk to escape the school shooter, bro. Who do you think he is, man? Stevie Wonder? He can see me. Like, my options have always been run and fight. Fight is low-key not even an option either. I'm running every time. Like, there's no way in that big-ass school that dude is getting me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many other ways that I can run to where he's not catching me. And the other part, too, is that why are we even having discussions about run, hide, or fight? Fam, the school shooter is literally watching the same presentation. Like, the school shooter is actively watching all of these run, hide, or fight presentations.
I think it's funny because I seen a meme, and it's a serious situation, but I think it's funny because I seen this meme on while the teacher was explaining the fucking pool thing, the fucking bulletproof wall shit. There was the fucking caption, "Oh, they acting like we're not getting equipped. They acting like we don't see this shit. They're acting like we're not getting notes." It was just the same fucking video over and over, just different caption, bro. That shit was getting me the more I was sliding, bro. Like, I don't know,
Like,
that shit.
thanks for leaking all of the hiding spots, you dick. Like, now, I've never been paranoid enough to buy, like, a bulletproof backpack because, like, I feel like that's just doing way too much. Like, this is school, okay? This isn't PUBG, you know what I mean? But I've always been, like, super self-aware and self-conscious of the fact that any day that I go into school nowadays, they might be getting shot up, you know what I mean? Like, this isn't Fortnite. Like, I can't start cranking 90s if this dude starts coming into the classroom. Like, I gotta have a plan. Another thing that I hate about school, too, is homework. Homework makes zero goddamn sense. Like, the way that I view school is that it's kind of like a job. I come in at like 7:20, leave 2:35. After that, that's not my job anymore. I'm going to go do whatever I want in my free time. Homework is basically like giving me fucking overtime without pay. Like, if you're going to give me homework, you better suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather just do homework at school.
Alright, alright, alright. Unpopular opinion. You can pass certain schools without doing homework. But homework can affect certain grade point averages, especially if you have a certain teacher that don't give work during class, but then gives a fuck ton of homework. Like, I had one of those teachers that was on some shit that we will only have like a small packet to do, but then we'll have four fucking assignments to do on our iPads on homework, like the homework tab, and if we don't do it in class, we gotta go home and do it. So you telling me I don't get to do work in class, and then you're telling me I have to go home and do that work. So I'm gonna do that work here, and if you complain about it being wrong because I ain't do it, that's on you.
Like, I'm in this building for a specific allotted amount of time. I'm not doing extra work during my free time. I shouldn't be punished that the class that I am in is not allotted enough time to actually practice the subjects or things that we are working on. Like, nobody wants to sit down after school and kick back by solving math equations, man. Like, get this bullshit out my face. I swear to God, if somebody out there for real says to me, well, the reward is a homework grade. Shut the fuck up. Like, doing homework for homework grades is like the equivalent of getting paid like 30 cents an hour during overtime, bro. Like, it barely puts a dent into our grades. Yet it's the thing that I have worked on the most throughout the school year. Like, I've spent more time doing homework than doing like projects or major grade assignments just for me to only get like 3 points. Like, are you serious, dude? Now, obviously, when I'm talking about how much I hate homework, I'm mostly talking about math. And just in general, you guys, a lot of the school subjects are stupid. Now, when I say school subjects are stupid, I'm talking about like the 3 main ones: history, math, and English and writing. Personally, I love history and I've always been really good at history, but I'm not gonna lie to you, some of it is stupid. Like, the amount of times that I've taken a history quiz or a history...
I know I paused a lot. Fuck it. But what's your favorite subject, personally? Like, I loved writing, and that's the main reason why I wanted to be a writer. One day I'm finna post my comic book, and I want y'all boys to see that shit. But, other than that, history I was amazing at. I love financing, anything. Psychology was one of my favorites too. But math was always not my strong suit. Even though I could understood it, I could help people, I could do shit like that. I was never that nigga that was like, "Oh, yay, we got math this semester." Fuck no. I was upset every time I got math. I would rather sit in Spanish again and again and again than get math.
test where we're learning about like George Washington. So I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna have like some sort of history questions about the American Revolution. And then when you actually end up taking the quiz, there's gonna be like some dumbass question like, what was the girth of George Washington's dick? Like, dude, what the fuck? Like, where did this random curveball ass question just come out of the bushes from, dude? Like, I did not learn about this. Like, you'll always get a question like that. Like, I'll be taking a Civil War test, and the first question's some bullshit, like, did Abraham Lincoln have a BBL? Like, bitch! Like, why are you wasting my time with these stupid-ass questions? And math is the stupidest one by far, bro. It makes zero sense, because, like, when you think about math, they for real just made shit up. Like, who just decided that 2 negatives equal a positive? They made that up. Y equals X. Why does Y equal X though? Why can't I equal 7? Like, what the hell? Why can't W equal X? Why does it have to specifically be Y equals X? What the fuck is E? E just exists. They invented pi because they wanted to. I use it that anytime you try to divide a fraction, they flip. And like, you see what I mean? Like, they for real just made these rules up, and now we just have to memorize them. Like, what is logistically stopping me from just inventing new math? 5 equals 7. How? Figure it out. Like, that's what I mean. Like, the fact that there are just so many equations and rules and principles in math just seems like it is just so unnecessary. Like, for me, I personally knew that mathematicians were on some bullshit when imaginary numbers exist. Because, like, what in the hell does imaginary numbers even mean? They're numbers that don't exist. Like, what the hell? Like, why can you just do that? Numbers that are imaginary? Why does that even matter? Like, they're giving me quizzes and tests over fake numbers. Like, are you serious? But then we go on to English and writing. And the best way to describe English and writing is, I feel that way. Reading comprehension is basically just being able to mind read a text. Like, if you don't interpret a passage a very specific way, then you're cooked. Like, I've also always been good at reading and writing, but reading and writing is also stupid as hell. Reading tests are so dumb, man, because, like, the way that reading tests work is that you'll be taking reading tests, and there will always be like 2 questions that are correct, but one question is just a little bit more correct than the other one. So basically, taking any reading test is gambling. You're going 50-50 for each question. Like, the amount of times that I've gotten like 60s on reading tests, and then the next one I had like a 97 just because of pure luck is insane. Like, honestly, reading and writing was one of the more painful ones to do because there's literally no way to actually improve your reading and writing skills. Because let's be honest here, you guys, in order for you to get a good grade in reading or writing, the teacher needs to like you. Because the worst part about reading and writing is the teachers. Like, if you aren't a student athlete or you aren't like constantly just glazing the English teacher, you might as well just kiss your good grades goodbye. Like, I don't know if it's just
I'm not gonna say I was a class pet because I was never that. I was never the class favorite. I was never that nigga. But I can say I was never the type of person that was a dick to any of my teachers. I can honestly say that. Like, I had teachers that did fuck with me, teachers that liked me. But the thing is, I was non-engagement. I was not doing shit. I probably came in class smelling like gas most of the time. And then they'll see a person actually like paying attention out of the old, like the 100 kids in their class that not doing shit, and then they'll be like, you know what, I fuck with that kid. Most of the times I was just trying not to sleep, but then and reading, like if we actually get a good story, I fuck with it. Any other time, it was it was a miss. Like I said, math is ass, bro. Like I don't know, imaginary numbers, all that shit. Like sometimes I could understand it, but then like that shit sounds crazy. Out of money, I don't know what we need that much math for, bro.
me that's been noticing this, but like every English teacher that I've ever had, they're always like a bunch of divorced, depressed Disney adults. They are the most annoying Karens I have ever met in my entire life. Like, they for real will make a big deal out of anything that you do. Like, I will always remember this, but I
Try
remember
not to
one
laugh.
time in like
I'm
ninth
trying not to
grade,
laugh.
I did a group writing project with some of my classmates, right? And I literally wrote three-fourths of that entire paper, right? And the rest of my classmates wrote like the introduction and the conclusion. So we all submitted literally the exact same paper, and I got an 84, and my useless group teammate got a 97. By the way, we both had literally the exact same papers. Nothing was changed in between both of them, and I got an 84 and he got a 97. Why? Because he was favored by the English teacher, and she literally despised me. I literally got 13 points less on a major grade assignment because my teacher did not like me. Do you know how insane that is? Like, how are you as a grown woman harboring this much resent for a ninth grade dude for you to hoe my grade that badly, bro? I'm not even trolling when I say this. When I saw that grade, I almost Roman Reigns spear tackled her. I swear to God. Speaking of teachers, you guys, one thing that I've also been starting to notice about school is that the teachers suck. Like, something that I've been noticing as I've been going from grade to grade is that the teachers literally become more and more depressed. Like, every day when I used to walk into class in elementary school, all the teachers were smiling. Now, when I walk into every class in junior year, these dudes barely smile. Like, I'm telling you, they hate their lives. And they hate us. Like, dude, I swear to God, the teachers and
To be fair, can y'all blame them? Okay, I'm gonna say it like this. We don't like our own students. We don't like those kids that we have to wake up to. That's their job to wake up to these niggas. And then next year, they gotta do it again. Then next year, they gotta do it again. Then when you're graduating, they gotta do it again. Like, think about it. No matter what, they gotta put up with that shit unless they quit. I feel like teaching is one of the most underappreciated jobs, but the problem is you gotta have heart to be a teacher. You gotta have heart. Because if you don't have heart, you can't be a teacher. Think about it. Kids these days are vile. Kids are vile. We got the TikTok generation, the Andrew Tate generation, all that. Kids are vile. For a teacher to put up with that shit, take it to the face, and just be on some shit like, oh, yeah, still gonna have to pass this fuck. Well, alright. I'm not saying you in general, I'm not saying anybody else, but still, it is a reality that we do live in, that kids are fucked, and we don't like to face accountability for our actions.
in high school literally hate all the children. Like, I've never met bigger haters than my teachers. Like, I'll always remember my health teacher coming up to me and telling me that I'm a failure and I'll never make it. And not to flex, I
No,
make more
she's a
money than him
bitch.
now. It's just so sad because, like, I remember in 3rd grade, I loved all my teachers. All my teachers were some of the nicest people that I've ever met, and they were so sweet. Now, my biggest ops are my teachers. Like, I remember my sophomore year, my Spanish teacher literally gave me 3 detentions for the exact same crime. At the time, I was on the soccer team, and if you know how, like, sports teams works, if you get in trouble or get detention, they'll make you do holes, or they'll make you do, like, sprints, right? So I also had to do sprints, and I wasn't allowed to play the next 2 games. Like, I honestly miss being able to go up to my teachers during recess and ask them questions about their life, or just tell them all the cool things that I did or learned about today, instead of my 9th grade Spanish teacher sending me to the front office for the 4th time this week. And I honestly hate a lot of teachers' attitudes nowadays, because for some reason, a lot of teachers like to have this attitude like they're better than us. Like, why are high school teachers so cocky, bro? Like, no offense, but you literally make like $8 an hour. Like, you literally get paid the same amount of money as a cashier from Target. Where is this ego coming from? Like, why do so many teachers like telling other students that they're gonna be a failure or they're never gonna make it in life? Like, fam!
Teachers like those, I feel like they are projecting their own hate. They thought once they made it as a teacher, they'll be doing so much better in life. They thought that they'll end up having an amazing situation like most of their teachers probably had, and didn't even think of the hardships that their teachers probably had to put up with. And shit, I can't feel bad for a person that harbors that much hate. Like, if you're on some shit that you think that just because I'm this type of way that you think I'm going to fail, then something must be wrong with you mentally, really.
You didn't make it in life either. Like, in my opinion, if you're gonna have this sort of stuck-up, cocky attitude, you need to at least make 6 figures a year. But when you're out there making a Burger King janitor's salary, it's just like, dude, who are you? But out of all the things that I have listed about the things that I hate about school, nothing will ever compare to the worst thing about high school. And it's the people. The students are the worst part about high school by a country mile. Because, like, something that I've started to learn about high school is that if you ever want to make friends, you need to just disregard all the morals that you have. Like, dude, every ism and obic that exists around the world, teenage dudes have. Like, as somebody with morals, it's been really hard to make friends that aren't racist, transphobic, or homophobic. Because, like, every dude that I try to make friends with, they're spamming a slur in the first 10 seconds. Like, yo, like, how did you just say 32 slurs in 3 seconds? That's gotta be a world record. And also, every single teenage dude's sense of humor is the exact same. Racist joke, gay joke, or, like, pedophile joke. It's literally those 3 kinds of jokes just recycled over and over in, like, different fonts. And it is so unfunny, dude. Like, it's just painful. They're also always just jamming up the hallways, too. Like, that just pisses me off as well. Because, like, how hard is it to just get out the goddamn way? Like, bro, nobody cares about you, man. Go talk to your friends on the sides of the hallway. Like, some of us need to get to class, my boy. Get the fuck out of the way. There have been times where it has taken me like 3 extra minutes to get to class because the corny, cringe baseball kids with the buzz cut bleached hair want to sit in the hallway and talk about meaningless, pointless shit. Like, bro, you're not making it pro. You're gonna be working at McDonald's in 7 years. Move! Like, get to class, dude. Holy shit. I know I spent most of this video just, like, dogging on and hating on school, but one thing that I will say about school is that I don't regret it, and that school has been a life-changing experience for me. Like, as much as I hated it, there were a lot of things that I loved about it. Like, I remember in elementary school, during wintertime, we would watch the Polar Express and drink hot cocoa, or make a gingerbread man. Like, all those things I just look back upon, you know, throughout my start of school year, and now I'm nearing my end of it, and it feels good. Like, it doesn't make me want to cry, but it just, you know, feels good to think about and remember those things. It's nostalgic. Don't take your youth for granted. To all the people out there that are younger than me, or maybe just starting high school, I would tell you to enjoy it. Like, as much as it's probably gonna suck, And as much as, there are going to be a lot of things that you hate, this is probably the time in your life where you are going to remember the things the most. Life isn't about the past, and life isn't about the future. Life is about the present. People need to start living in the present. They need to start living in the now, because if they spend too much time focusing on the past or the future, they start to not realize that the present is their past and their future. You are literally living in it, man. I am living in the future and the past right now. There's no point in me looking back on things that are going to happen and looking forward on things that are going to happen, because I am doing both right now by living in the present. So enjoy things now while you can, because there's gonna become a time when we're all gonna be old on a rocking chair and we're gonna be on our deathbed and we're gonna think about all the things that we did in the past, and we're gonna look back and we're gonna think to ourselves, did I live a fulfilling life? And I can guarantee you that the people that lived in the past or the future definitely didn't. They wasted their time trying to reach that goal instead of actually enjoying the things and the fruits of life. So don't be that person. Be the person that can die peacefully knowing that they lived an amazing, fulfilling life. But anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap this video. If you liked this video, please like, comment, subscribe down below.
We just lost the angry Asian. He became the wholesome Asian. I ain't even gonna lie. We love the angry Asian over here, but I feel like 100% of what he was saying is true. Like when it comes to the demographic of schooling now, a lot of things are low tier, like the teachers, the students, but even though that some of these things are terrible, there's a lot of good experiences. I had fun during high school. I met my fiance, best friends, family that I will never switch up on. And I can't lie, I I would never want someone to sit here and not go through. I feel like high school is an experience that you should see till the very end, because for how fulfilling it feels to get your diploma and never have to go through it again. Oh, that shit is the best feeling in the world. And I bet he's feeling it even better because he's a senior about to graduate, bro. I know he's loving this shit. But for the boys who wanted to see more Angry Asian, I came through. I'm sorry it's been a minute, but again, I had a lot more topics I wanted to post about. But to the people who made it to the end, thank you. Love you for the support. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all boys next time. Peace.